What is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Make sure you like, subscribe, give it a comment, and turn on your post notifications so you can be notified whenever I upload another video. But today we're gonna start the installation of the headers. I do have the headers over there, so we're gonna try that out. I know it's gonna take a few days, but that's why I'm gonna start today night. It is 8:35 in the afternoon, so we'll see up to what time I work today, and then tomorrow I'll continue. I heard it's really hard, but nothing's impossible. That's how it sounds right now. Little mild. We'll see after the headers. What I have is catless and a Borla attack. Oh, you talking about the sensors on that? We're trying to see if the sensor, if it's gonna clear code. Oh yeah, you have a lot. All right, to start off, we gotta take off the tires, take off the wheel wells so we can have access to that, and then take off the 4x4 drive shaft. So let's start doing that. We're not gonna touch the exhaust because that bitch is hot. All right, guys, we lifted it up a little bit more. I wasn't able to record because we were trying to not let the truck fall, but we're about to take off the tires and take off the fender wells, whatever they call them. So yeah, let me do a little time lapse of that. All right, we took off the tires. Now we're gonna have to take off these. I'll probably be doing this side and my brother will be doing the other side. So yeah, let's get it. All right, guys, I took off all the screws. It was 2, 4, 6, 7 screws. Now we can take off the fender well and get access to be able to see here through the headers and all that. So yeah, let's do that. All right, and what I was thinking is I'm gonna put these screws back on the fenders. Probably put them on the side since they're not gonna be touching nothing. So as you can see, now you can have access to the headers. They're right there. You can see them more better. And so let's do the other side then. Guys, you disconnect these cables, make sure you don't pull them because then you're going to tear them up, and I don't know what these cables are for, so just watch out. All right, the other wheel well is off. So next is to detach the 4x4 drive shaft, which is that one right there. Take it off, take the other side, take off the brace, the support brace, and hold this with a jack. Alright guys, I took off the drive shaft. Now all we gotta take off is the heat shields as well. So these right here, I just noticed that the exhaust is cold. So maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to take off at least the back side of the exhaust and just leave the headers for the next day. So yeah, let's take off these heat shields. There's just 2 screws. I think there's one on this side and then there's one on the other side. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright guys, since we took off this heat shield, now we got to take off these bolts so we can start taking off the exhaust, and we'll just be left with the headers. Alright guys, I unloosened the bolts for the support brace for the transmission and the transfer case. I unloosened it from both sides, and I took off the middle screws as well. That's holding the mounting bracket. Now I'm gonna take off those screws, and I'm gonna loosen the ones from the passenger side of the headers. And yeah, so we can lift up a little bit of the transfer case with the jack and take off the brace and be able to take off this Y pipe. So let's do that. Alright guys, I took off the white pipe. there it is. It's not that bad. Well, not until I get to the headers. Then that's when I'm gonna find out. But everything else is pretty much straightforward. So let's start taking off this header and see how far I get. Let's get it. All right, guys, I got the last bolt right there. Well, it's already loose because I struggled to loosen up the front one. My suggestion is loosen up the front ones before you get to the last ones. I did not have to lift up the motor. We'll see on the other side. So I'll probably continue this tomorrow. Let me just take off this piece. All right, guys, I'm dirty as fuck. It's probably like around close to 1 in the morning, but we got the header out. Supposedly this is the hardest one. You got to lift up the motor. I didn't need to lift up the motor. You're taking this off. I wasn't able to record it because I was trying to take it off. I'll probably record this side. But this side, this is the front of the engine. I would say try to take off these screws first before you remove the last 4 in the back. These are easier to take off. These are the ones that are harder, especially if you already took out all of them. Especially this one. This one's a little bit more harder with all that weight too. I'll continue the vlog tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be installing the headers. I'll see you tomorrow then. Peace. It's early in the morning, 7 in the morning. We're gonna try to put in the first header on the other side, and then I'm gonna start working on this side. So let's get that. All right, guys, this side is done. I'm gonna start on the next one.
PM.
I did went ahead and bought some oil since we do need to make an oil change. Bought the oil filter and the oil from Motorcraft, and I bought a tool set since we need one of these wrenches that has the ratcheting. The other side just came off. It was a little pain in the ass, but we were able to get it. We took off a lot of the studs since we're gonna replace them with new bolts that they came with the headers. We're about to start installing the long tube on this side, bolt it on, and start connecting the white pipe and all. Let's get it. Alright guys, I'm about to disconnect the O2 sensors on the factory exhaust so we can connect them to the headers. It is on both sides. There's the second one. But yeah, let's disconnect these and connect them on the new ones. Alright guys, I took off the O2 sensor. I'm about to connect it on the header. And then I'm going to show you right now the white pipe, how it's set up before we connect it all. So let me just tighten this thing up and get on the white pipe. That's pretty much the diagram it goes. It's just in pieces and bolts on the brackets. It's pretty much a bolt-on system. So let's install this and turn on this truck. Alright guys, so it's that pipe. Where we ended off is this pipe right here. So you connect the white pipe and there's an extra tube that goes before it goes to the header. So this is the extra tube right here on this one. So you see there's a bracket right here and then there's another bracket right here. And then the white pipe connects to the actual muffler. So it's pretty much, it's a bolt-on system. I'm about to put the welds, the inner welds back on, the tires back on, roll it out because it's gonna be stupid loud, and see the first startup. Let's get it. All right guys, we're gonna put the inner welds back on and put the tires on and start it up. We just put the tires back on. We put all the welds. We make sure we connected the 4x4, the drive shaft, the support bar, everything. We're about to lower it down, move it up to the front, and turn it on. Alright guys, we're about to push it out. We just tighten up all the tires, push it out, and turn it on. Let's do that. Alright guys, that's how it sounds. I did drive it around, so it is kind of hot. It's not a cold start. But yeah, Jessica's gonna rev it a little.
Hit the gas, punch it.
Just a little bit, not that much, because it's fucking loud. Like that. That's good. Alright guys, hope you liked the video. Make sure you give it a like, subscribe, put a comment down below of what you think of the sound, and I'll probably do a cold start probably on the next video, which is gonna be a Crosby video that we're gonna go on a 4-wheelers, ride the Crosby. So yeah guys, there's the truck, finally finished. Catch you on the next one.